And now we return to Minute by Minute. June 17th, 1994, Los Angeles, 2 p.m. OJ Simpson, charged with double murder, was supposed to turn himself in to the Los Angeles Police Department at 11 a.m., but he has escaped from a friend's house and is now a fugitive.
Unit attention to a suspect wanted for a double 187 in West LA Division. Suspect named Orenthal James Simpson.
LAPD officer David Gascon holds a press conference. It's been 3 hours since anyone has seen OJ Simpson.
The Los Angeles Police Department right now is actively searching for Mr. Simpson.
I knew that the moment we did that, then all the eyes of the media would be all over Southern California. Everybody would want to find him.
OJ Simpson right now is about 3 hours late, more than 3 hours late for surrendering here, and police are out looking for him, have no idea right now where he could be.
Kim Goldman, who has now gone 4 days without sleep, is home watching television with her parents.
It was a surprise to me that they were allowing him to turn himself in. I didn't understand that.
At this moment, OJ Simpson is sitting in the back seat of a white 1994 Ford Bronco, driven by his friend of over 30 years, Al A.C. Cowling. Undetected, they drive south of L.A. to Nicole's gravesite in Lake Forest, but find it surrounded by police. They turn around and head north. Police helicopters and news choppers take to the skies in search of the Bronco. In the condo where Nicole Simpson lived with her 2 children, Denise Brown and her father are packing up Nicole's belongings.
We started hearing helicopters. It was like Apocalypse Now. My brother came up and he says, OJ's on the run.
Just then, the telephone rings. Denise's father, Lou Brown, answers.
Somebody said it's OJ's on the phone. He said that he was going to go end his life and that he was going to go be with Nicole. And when I'm sitting in the background going, kill yourself. You know, just do it.
OJ hangs up, and Lou Brown calls the police to report the cell phone call. The LAPD tries Simpson's cell phone number, but no one answers. They begin tracking him down using the phone's signal.
It is now official. O.J. Simpson has been charged with murder.
Orange County Deputy Sheriff Larry Poole is wrapping up a domestic violence call.
We had kind of varied information regarding what car he might be in. At one point in time, it was broadcast that he might be in a Mercedes-Benz.
In the Century City offices of defense attorney Robert Shapiro, an impromptu press conference begins. Shapiro appeals for OJ to turn himself in.
Please surrender immediately.
Then, Simpson's friend, Robert Kardashian, reads a letter that OJ left in Kardashian's house before fleeing.
I've had a good life. I'm proud of how I lived. My mama taught me to do unto others. I treated people the way I wanted to be treated.
Reporters listen, dumbfounded.
Everything's in the past tense, and it sure sounded like a suicide note to us.
But as a last wish, please, 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 leave my children in peace.
It was like, wow, how is this going to end?
Simpson and Cowlings have managed to elude police. In the Bronco, Simpson is carrying a .357 Magnum handgun and has his passport, $9,000 in cash, and a fake mustache and goatee. Meanwhile, Denise Brown is at Nicole's condo, watching Simpson's letter being read on TV.
He had said that he wanted to go and be with Nicole. I thought, oh, you are so full of it. Because you know what? You're too chicken to do something like that.
O.J. Simpson has been on the run for nearly 7 hours when the LAPD finally gets a fix on his cell phone. He's in Orange County, 40 miles south of L.A. Orange County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Poole spots the car.
I called dispatch and I said, confirm the license plate, and they read the license plate out that I was looking at on the rear of the Bronco. 3 Delta Hotel Yankee 503.
The chase is on.
Still northbound. Just advise put units on the ground. You've got all kinds of people coming up here.
That's next on Minute by Minute. Minute by Minute will be back in a moment here on A&E. June 17th, 1994, 6:27 p.m. The I-5 freeway in Orange County, California. An alert has just gone out on the police band. Al Cowling's Bronco has been spotted. Reporters are monitoring the police transmissions. News helicopters begin searching for the Bronco on the freeway. On the ground, Orange County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Pool is following the Bronco.
There was no way I could have possibly known the pursuit was going to evolve into what it did evolve into.
Pool isn't aware that Cowlings is behind the wheel and that OJ is crouched down in the back seat with a loaded .357 Magnum. Police departments in the vicinity hear reports that Simpson has been intercepted. They send units to the scene. Jim Sewell, a sergeant with the Orange County Sheriff's Department, responds as backup.
I saw Deputy Pool driving behind him, and at that point, he just had his amber lights on. I pulled in right behind him.
5 minutes later, the Bronco enters Santa Ana, where officers Jay Miller and Gary Bruce join the chase.
And as I came around the on-ramp, the Bronco was right alongside of me. And I saw it, I let it get a little bit past.
I dropped in right behind him, advised control that I would be assisting on the car stop with my Canine unit.
Traffic on the I-5 freeway begins to slow down as motorists respond to the flashing police lights. The officers decide to make their move. They activate their siren, but for a few minutes, Al Cowlings appears to ignore them. Finally, the Bronco comes to a stop just south of the 17th Street exit.
I remember very clearly hearing the sound of cars pulling up, coming to a screeching halt.
The police jump out of their cars.
I must have yelled out at least 20 times, hold your fire, nobody shoot.
Dirk Valley, a helicopter pilot who is filling in for a colleague at KNBC, is cruising the airspace above the I-5 with his cameraman searching for the white Bronco.
I see a police helicopter and then looked below him and saw the Bronco there with a few police cars.
Valley's cameraman sends the first live video of the Bronco to TV sets in L.A. as Cowlings begins gesturing wildly at police.
And what he was yelling at us was, I can't stop. He's got a gun to his head. He's going to kill himself. His demeanor was as if, I can't stop this. I'm not in control of this. It's Simpson.
Cowlings refuses to shut off the engine. Now, it's a standoff.
We never did see OJ Simpson during that car stop. He never did pop his head up and take a look at us.
Ignoring the commands of the two Orange County police officers, Cowlings puts the Bronco into gear and slowly continues down the freeway.
Oh, geez. That didn't work. 9 times out of 10, it does. 9 times out of 10, once the guy stops and you start ordering him out, everything goes just like it goes at the academy.
Police scramble back to their vehicles as motorists and the television audience watch in amazement.
The police have confirmed this is the suspect vehicle.
I remember thinking to myself, oh boy, things are about to get real interesting.
Al Cowlings calls the 911 operator on his cell phone.
This is AC. I have OJ in the car, but you got to tell the police to just back off. He's still alive, and he got a gun to his head.
Police follow the Bronco with Sergeant Jim Sewell in the lead.
The driver of the Bronco indicates the subject is in the vehicle and he is armed and has a gun to his head. All units, stay back behind my unit.
Word spreads that OJ has been spotted.
I punched in the California Highway Patrol frequency to figure out where they are. And it doesn't take us too long before we appreciate that he is now headed our way.
Cowlings exits the I-5 and heads westbound on the 91 freeway.
We started to see people on overpasses just stopped, people waving. I distinctly remember seeing people holding homemade signs that said, "We love you, Juice. Go, OJ." I just shook my head. That was embarrassing.
What were they thinking? This guy is wanted for almost cutting somebody's head off. Give me a break. I mean, that's ridiculous.